Well then, I went out of my way to nab a tacky pistol from a Shuhokai underboss. Could just toss it in the window of a police station, but if Officer Bumblefuck proceeds to drop it in the lost and found, my efforts would be wasted. What do I do then? The solution's elegantly straightforward. Simple as this. Oh. Step one, squeeze a few shots at the police station. Oh, well. Step two, toss the gun into some random bush nearby. Step three, haul ass out of there. Nice and easy. A bored police force is proof of a peaceful city. Nothing to be ashamed of. That said, without the occasional bit of excitement, anyone would get complacent and slow on their feet. A little cold sweat's only healthy every once in a while. Yeah, but doing good deeds really does make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I think I'll be able to sleep soundly tonight. You know, thinking about it, I don't think I should have cut it the episode where I did and should have just cut it here last time. But you know, fuck it. Fuck it. It's been 3 days since the shooting at the bakery. Makina hasn't taken a step outside the school grounds after that incident. Aw, she's spending even more time inside the dorm than she used to. That said, she's not just moping around gloomily. Fuck you doing? What the fuck is she talking about?
ちょっと何よそれ。なんで私の守護霊がウインナーなのよ。しかも赤いってどういうことよ。
I'm baffled.
そんなこと言われても、だって見えたんだもの。チルチルの背後に赤いのが。
Are we trying to assume here that Makina can see spirits even though she totally can't?
はあ？つか意味わかんなくない？だって守護霊だよ。赤いウインナーって生き物じゃなくない？生き物じゃないのに霊って変でしょ。
You can have anything as a guardian spirit, really. It's a projection of you in some way.
あれ？でもよく見ると、カニの足？
No, it's a crab.
なんでカニなのよ。守護霊だよ。守護してくれる霊だよ。カニの足がどうやって私を守護すんのよ。
I mean, what if the crab legs have powers?
ですが、ミチル様、カニさんは一応生き物でいらっしゃいますし、食材として見ても赤いウインナーよりは数段上かと。
Not gonna lie though, I'd rather have a hot dog than crab. At least to eat, I mean.
そういう問題じゃないよね。
Even though the hot dog is literally made from every part of an animal's body, so.
あ、違った。こいつカニじゃなくてカニ風味かまぼこだ。騙された。
Makina, you're literally going insane.
安くなった上に生き物から遠のいた。
It's just fucking paste now?
そうはおっしゃいますが、カニ風味かまぼこも元をたどればスケトウダラですし、ミチル様の守護霊はスケトウダラであると言えないことも。
Oh, that's going too far.
どっちにしろ頼りないのは変わらないわよね。まあまあ、まだ生ものなだけいいのよさ。ユミちゃんの守護霊なんて炭酸電池なのよ。
Yumiko's guardian was a fucking AA battery.
いいじゃないのよ炭酸。一番使い勝手がいいじゃない。
What is even happening?
その評価もどうかとは思いますが。
Makina's at least acting like her normal cheerful self. Yeah, but that's probably just an act. But according to Amine's testimony, when the girl's alone, she often drops her head and stares at the floor, silently brooding. The case is obvious enough. Anyone would be depressed after an ugly incident like that. And for that reason, I have an obligation to get off my ass and take action.
あれユージ、あんたどっか行くの？
I'm getting off my ass and taking action. Yeah, I got a job in the city today.
パパ。
Shh. Don't worry, I'll be back by evening. As Makina looks at me with anxiety in her eyes, I thump a hand on her head. Boop. Then vigorously ruffle her frizzy hair around. Sachi, look after her for me, would you?
はい、お預かりいたします。どうかご安心を。風見さんもお気をつけていってらっしゃいませ。
Good, 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 good. Yeah, I'll be back in no time.
パパ、本当に一人で大丈夫？
Come on, you know who I am? I'm awesome. Just trust me.
何なの？あんた戦場にでも行くの？
Fuck, I'm marching off to do fucking something, that's for sure. I'm gonna go meet Makina's mother. Whoa, hold on a second.
マキなの？え、何しに？
When we decide this, I'm gonna ask her to leave Makina to me.
え？それってプロポーズ？お嬢さんを私にください的なやつ？
Well, in a sense. Not even close, but it's surprisingly hard to define the exact difference.
何？本当に？あんたたち結婚すんの？
No, it's more like just let me have Makina so that I can keep her safe. Like I just said, you've got it all wrong. Anyway, I'll be just on my way now.
いってらっしゃいませ。
See ya! Well, this is happening. Since things have come this far, I have no choice but to talk directly to a figure of authority in the Irisu and appeal for a stop to this coercive campaign against Makina. Normally, that would mean directly meeting Makina's grandfather, the previous head of the clan, Isiru Haruchik. Shit! But the man sits at the top of the very high peak. It's hard to imagine I'd be able to ever secure even a chance to negotiate. What's more, precisely because he's so far above the clouds, apparently there's a good chance that Haruchika doesn't know much about anything about in regard to the recent shootings. It seemed strange that an acting head executive wouldn't know what's going on in his own organization, but on that point, Sakaki provided me with a fairly convincing explanation last night. It's fucking Yumiko.
例えば、そう。あなたが指の先に怪我をしたとしましょう。
Alright, I'm following.
怪我をすれば、あなたは当然痛いと感じる。怪我をしたことには気がつくはず。でも、その傷口に侵入した雑菌と白血球が戦っていることを、あなたは意識できないでしょ？
Yeah, that's true. You don't see or feel that. True enough, yeah, sure. Even if you're aware of the process that is taking place in an academic sense, there's no way to grasp the exact details of that microscopic battle.
イリスケも同じことよ。イリスケを人の体に例えるなら、今回のことは指先に刺さったトゲに等しいわ。頭脳であるハルチカ氏は、痛みでトゲの存在に気がついたとしても、白血球の活動までは認知していない。組織ってそういうものよ。
It's actually a really good metaphor, Yumiko. I like it. I like it. You're making it easy for everyone to understand. I see. Even so, I can't just let things stay this way. Fortunately enough, we're human beings, not cells. We should at least be able to negotiate.
だったら、まずはイリスさんのお母様、イリス清香さんに会うことね。
Makina's mother, is it?
イリス家の総裁がハルチカ氏だとは言っても、事実上のイリス家を仕切っているのは、祖母である初音さんと母親である清香さんなのは有名な話ね。イリス家は女系の家なのよ。
Which is why I figured that since they were just like, we need Makina to be the next head of the family. Like, I mean, it didn't have to be it didn't have to be a guy, but then again, they didn't have the guys as kids, so you know. Now that you mention it, Makina said something like, talking to Grandpa won't do any good. I just assumed that she meant Haruchika-san couldn't comply with her requests because of his responsibilities to the organization he leads, but maybe she meant that the man's a figurehead, lacking the authority and influence to help even if he wanted to.
ハルチカ氏にとっての最善が組織にとっての最善とは限らない。そんな時、 最高意志の決定としての発言力を持つのは祖母の初音さん、そして母親の清香さんということになるわ。話し合いをしたいのなら、まずは日本国内の事業を仕切っている清香さんを相手に選ぶことね。
So I gotta climb the fucking steps of this maternal ladder of this company.
とは言っても、そう簡単に会える方でもないと思うけれど。
Apparently we did somehow. I mean, we're Kazami Yuji occupation student. We're awesome. It was a valid point. But as I'm always telling Makina, there's no chance of getting anywhere if you don't try. When backing down isn't an option, there's no reason not to test every option you have. Even when you know the odds are well, long. Borrowing Makina's cell, I called her mother, but the woman didn't pick up her phone. Alright, after making several attempts at regular intervals, I finally left a succinct message on her voicemail. I need to talk to you about Irisu Makina. And this morning I received a call directly from Kyokia herself. The woman was calling her daughter's cell phone, but a strange man answered. She made no attempt to hide her understandable mistrust. But after I explained that I was acting as Makina's representative, I seemed to earn at least provisional recognition, successfully convincing her to make time for a face-to-face conversation. And then kill her. No, in order to meet Makina's mother at 1500 hours this afternoon, I take the train alone from Mishima Cape Station into the city. My appointment's at the headquarters of the clan's core organization, Irisu Global. Oh, Jesus. Although I said city, the building's apparently stands discreetly a good distance from Tokyo's core. I'm not fond of trains, but for Makina's sake, I need to try and settle this as quickly as humanly possible. After somehow touching out 48 miserable minutes on 3 different trains, I spend half an hour walking the 10-minute taxi ride from the station to the Irisu Global building, still arriving 15 minutes ahead of time. Sweet! Well, we took some time to look up the sky real quick, so, you know. Considering the scale of the Irisu Enterprises, the headquarters is a surprisingly compact 12-story building. Not any different in size from a branch office in my company. Quote, quote. From Sakagi's stories, I'd imagined a towering monument to corporate power and wealth, but this leaves a very different impression. Well, better than getting intimidated by a building right off the bat, I guess. I'd been a little concerned about being overwhelmed by some massive skyscraper, so this is a pleasant surprise. You always start off at a psychological minus when negotiating in the opponent's stronghold, so even a small little plus like this is something to be grateful for. Ooh, drawing the necktie on my school uniform tied around my neck. Yeah, alright. I make my way quietly through the automatic door in front of the building, then confirm my appointment at the front desk. Sweet. I assume we're gonna go to the top floor. The receptionist, a worthy match for Komine Sachi in the utterly expressionless department, guides me to the bank of elevators, where a woman in a clearly expressive dark red suit is patiently holding a door open. Currently, so does that mean she's got like a new one every day, or never opening her eyes, Miss Sawada offers a perfect 10-degree bow. Returning a small nod of greeting, I enter the red carpeted elevator as instructed. Swanky as fuck, sinking to my ankles in the long-haired carpet. I join my hands behind my back in the at ease position. Miss Sawada moves quietly inside, turning her back to me to press the 12 button for the top floor. I fucking knew it! You always go to the top floor! On second glance, the panel only has buttons for the lobby and the 12th floor. Looks like this is a private elevator to the president's office in the penthouse. When we arrive, few seconds later, Miss Sawada simply murmurs, "This way," quietly before setting off down the hallway. As I follow, I can't help confirming the positions of the windows and emergency exits. You know, as my usual habit, and just in case, you never know when things might go nuts. Gazing outside the windows, I'm less concerned with the pleasant view than potential sniping points. This has got to be an occupational disease at this point. Sort of like a patch of rust inside my mind that won't scrape off. It's good to just know, just in case. The corridor the secretary leads me down only has one actual door. Inside, there's a modest room, about 13 square meters in size, dominated by a desk that's built into the floor. A nameplate reading Sawada Hiroka stands on the surface. Presumably, this is my personal guide's office. Burp. Sorry, stomach issues. In the very back of the room, there's a more imposing door made of thick, expensive-looking wood. Miss Sawada raps on it lightly with her knuckles, calling Kazami Yuji-sama, occupation student-sama, to her Sama has arrived, ma'am, brain, to the person inside. Alright, she sounds nice so far. And the answer she receives in return is spoken in a far more youthful voice than I expected. Hi? Miss Sawada opens the door and guides me inside. The next moment I cross the threshold. I squeeze both hands into fists at my side, then click my heels together and stand at attention. We really doing this? Kazami Yuji, occupation student, reporting in. As Arisu Kyokia watches me bow from behind her desk, her eyes open wide for just a moment. That startled expression strongly resembles Makina's. Not that I'm really suspected otherwise, but it's more than enough to convince me that this woman is her mother.
よくいらしてくれました。まあ、そう固くならずに、まずはおかけになってくださいな。
Can we do in the couch? Are we sitting in one of these seats? Or whatever. As she offers me gentle, bland words of greeting, Arisu Kokia's eyes glance not to my face, but to my feet. My master once told me women who look at your feet first need to be handled with caution. It's the sign that of a person who judges a man based on the shoes they're wearing, well, their worth. Their attitude changes dramatically based on that evaluation. I'm wearing black loafers of the sort of designated by the Muhammad Academy dress code. Not high quality products by any means, but thanks to the habits I picked up in the workplace, they're so well polished you could see your face in them. Got 'em.
何かお飲み物は?
Well, that depends. What kind of drink are we talking here? No, please don't take the trouble.
遠慮はいりませんのよ。いつも娘がお世話になっていることですし。沢田、冷たいお茶をお持ちして。
You know, someone else should be taking care of their daughter.
承知いたしました。
Miss Sawada bows as rigidly as a mechanical doll, then quietly leaves the room. As we wait for the tea, Arisu Kyokia... Hold on, I'm gonna say this right. Kyoka! Yes! Observes me carefully, the bright smile never leaving her face. After a long moment of silence, she abruptly opens her mouth.
本社という割には意外と小さな建物で驚かれましたか?
How do you know? Are you in my head, woman? Well, yes.
ですけど、ここまで自社で完結した建物も珍しいのですよ。
In-house, ma'am?
このビルを建てたのはうちの設計会社と建設会社なのはもちろんのこと、あなたがここまで来るのに目にしたものすべてがうちの商品なのです。ロビーに置かれた観葉植物や自動販売機の飲み物もそうですし、この部屋に来るために乗ったエレベーターもイリスの商品なら。
And I care because
極端な話、この会社で働いている人間もイリスの人間ばかりですから、ほぼすべてがイリス製と言っても過言ではありません。
Is that so? Are these words intended as some kind of boast? That's what I was thinking. Or perhaps a reminder that I don't have a single ally in this place? An implicit threat? It's probably both! Irisu Kyoka. Kyoka. An expression of studied innocence on her face begins to answer questions I haven't asked.
この日本の多くの人がそうと知らずにイリスの手のひらの上で生活しています。例えばそう、あなたが今朝食べたこんにゃくゼリーもうちの商品です。
How the fuck do you know what I ate for breakfast? Okay, we're getting real creepy here. I don't believe I had any actually. Got him!
あら残念。最近の若い子の間でブームなのですよ。 朝こんにゃくで元気をチャージっていうテレビ CM ご覧になったことはないかしら？
Ma'am, you're dealing with a totally, completely, and utterly different individual here. We're
ほら、男性アイドルの井口あすまが渋谷の駅前を歩きながらゼリーを飲んでる CM。
I don't know. I don't watch TV at all, actually. Unfortunately, I'm afraid not.
そう。じゃあせっかくですからお土産に一箱持って帰りなさいな。今電話をして用意させます。
I don't care about that, but whatever. I'm appreciative of your thoughtfulness, but I came here today as a representative of Risu Makina, not a tourist.
代理人ね。
And by representative, I mean her new father. Now!
失礼ですけれど、あなたはマキナとはどのようなご関係で？
Oh shit, are we actually gonna say that we're her new father? We're classmates. Damn!
クラスメート。ただのクラスメートが個人の家庭の事情にここまで介入するのかしら？
You're damn right they would, especially when they care about him a lot. I've received more than adequate compensation for my involvement.
報酬？ああ、そういえばあの子の口座から少しまとまった金額が引き落とされそうになったと聞き及んでますけど、そういうことですの？
How much was it? Like 75 bajillion yen or something fucking stupid? It is indeed.
あらそう。まあまあ、随分と大きな買い物をしたかと思えば、そう、あなたを買ったのですね。人様の子をお金で買うなんて、なんて子なのかしら。まったく。
I'm the abnormal one for allowing myself to be purchased. Please don't blame your daughter.
あら忠実。あの子、いい買い物をしたわね。
お茶をお持ちいたしました。
Sweet. My throat's getting a little dry.
お入りなさい。
失礼いたします。
Miss Sawada carries in two cool glass teacups and a wooden tray with an artful assortment of small cakes. Bending her knees carefully to the ground, she personally arranges them on the low table in front of us. I swear to God if they're poison.
どうぞ、お召し上がりになって。
I am not. Oof. Very kind of you. I bring the teacup to my mouth, watching out of the corner of my eye as Sawada bows slightly and slips out of the room. The tea has a rich, pleasant aroma, and a single sip spreads clean, simple sweetness throughout my mouth. Look, I'm on edge, okay? I can't just... If I'm able to appreciate its excellent flavor like this, I'm probably not definitely dangerously nervous at the moment. Returning my cup to the table, I abruptly broach the main topic. In regards to Risu Makina, it seems she no longer has even the slightest of intention of returning.
いきなりそのお話ですか。
It is the reason I came here for, after all.
それで、私にどうしろとおっしゃるのかしら。
Makina has no interest in returning to the Risu clan in any capacity. Therefore, I would ask you to bring the various forms of harassment being employed against her to a complete halt.
嫌がらせとおっしゃいますと？
I mean, this is the main family. The branch family is doing that bullshit. Were you not aware that the bakery where she's currently employed had 4 live bullets fired at its storefront?
お話だけは伺っております。が、あれは私の指示ではありませんよ。一部の過激な文化集の仕業ではないかと噂されてはいますが、詳細はまだ調査中とのことです。
Of course, I didn't come here with the assumption that you were responsible. However, you are capable of issuing an order to refrain from further extreme actions. This is an appeal for your assistance.
なんだか思っていたよりもつまらないお話ね。一つお聞きしてもよろしい？
What'd she expect that was supposed to be so interesting? I'll answer anything I can.
そのあなたが言うパン屋さんに銃弾が撃ち込まれた事件の実行犯とおぼしき人物が何者かの手によって拘束されていたところを警察に確保されたと報告がありましたが。
I have no idea about that. Nothing. No clue. Nothing. I didn't do anything.
もしかしてあれはあなたの仕業なのかしら？
Damn it, she gets her smarts. That's where Makina gets her smarts. How interesting. I can't say that I recall anything of the sort.
本当に
Don't you think it's a bit far-fetched to suggest a mere student like myself could possibly have taken such an outrageous course of action?
確かに普通の学生には無理でしょう。ではあなたは普通の学生なのですか？
Guys, she's seeing right through us. You can see for yourself, ma'am. I am thoroughly unremarkable. Dime a dozen student.
ではそんなつまらない人間にマキナは7000万円も払ったとおっしゃるの？
Well, if you'll excuse my saying so, that has less to do with my capabilities and more to do with your daughter's exceptionally eccentric personality.
ならそういうことにしておきましょう。でもあなた
Ooh. Ariso Kyoka leans closer to the leather sofa where I'm seated and gives the air of a gentle but audible sniff.
とびきり凶暴な犬の匂いがしますわよ。
How can you just smell that? Do I really smell? Oof. I did bathe before my visit, for what it's worth.
骨の髄まで染みついた匂いがお風呂に入ったぐらいで消えるもんですか。
Damn it.
まあいいでしょう。あなたの陳情は確かに聞きました。マキナに対して過激な行動を取らぬよう徹底させましょう。
I'm grateful for your understanding. Could I have your seal on this settlement agreement?
あらびっくり。そんなものまで用意していたのですか？
You're damn fucking right. I ain't stupid. I'm Kazami Yuji, occupation student. Respectfully, a private verbal promise to a student doesn't amount to much.
わかりました。判を押しましょう。ですが、これはあくまでも私との話し合いで結ばれた示談とお考えくださいね。
What do you mean by that?
つまり、私自身はマキナに対して危害を加えるような命令や指示を出すことはありませんし、他の者にもそれを徹底はします。ですが、全員が全員私の指示に従うことは保証の限りではありませんという意味です。
I was gonna say there's no guarantee. I mean, we got the Branch family, we got all these fucking others that, like, don't give a fuck. But that makes your agreement all but meaningless.
もちろん、私の指示に反して行動した者には叱るべき責任を負わせますが、そう簡単な話ではないことはあなたも理解しているのではありませんか？
It's rather fucking stupid if you ask me.
そもそも先に拳を振り上げたのは宗家のマキナ派の人間です。分家の代表たるサリナを車ごと爆破されたのですよ。
This is just a whole silly situation. We started it. Well, not we, but the main family started. Then the Branch family's been doing all sorts of bullshit. And
私が報復するなと言ったところで、聞き入れる分家衆が何人いることやら。
it's just like, don't you take vengeance now. Yes, but I came here today in the hope you would find a way to make them listen.
こうも状況がこじれてしまえば、それも無理な相談ではなくて。
We're talking about your own child here, ma'am.
ええ、確かに。マキナにしてもサリナにしても、どちらも私がお腹を痛めて産んだ子です。ですから、どちらが家督を継いでも、私は一向に構わないのですよ。
I mean, we already know she doesn't give any two fucks about her children. Like, I mean, she's agreeing to say, you know, hey, I could tell them to stop, but I ain't gonna do anything, you know, but that's not the problem here. Damn, we just put the fist down.
一番簡単で確実にマキナの身を守ろうと思うのなら、マキナの身柄を本家に預けるのが一番です。内側に入ってしまえば、さすがに分家衆も迂闊に手出しはできません。
But she doesn't want to do that. That's fucking stupid. But that's just...
いくらマキナが嫌だと言ったところで、それが最善であることに変わりはありません。あなたからもあの子を説得していただけませんか？
We're just playing. We're playing into the hands of the families, and that's not possible.
だったら私が直接あの子に話します。
Whoa, well, alright then.
とはいえ私が直接電話してもきっとあの子は出ないでしょうし、あなたが電話してくださらない？
I fucking just... Papa! This is your mom. Oh. Who you calling Papa? Oh, well. I can contact her, but unless Makina herself wants to talk to you, I won't be able to hand you over the phone.
それでも構いません。
Okay, very well. I take out my cell phone from my breast pocket and dial Makina's number.
どうしたの？もう話し合いは終わった？
Well, there's one more eensy-weensy little thing we need to talk about. No, we're in the middle of our conversation, but your mother says she wants to speak to you. Would that be alright? Yeah, you can just come up with some excuse if you don't want to talk. It's completely up to you. Come, just do whatever you want, Makina.
わかった。話してみる。
That's my big girl. You gonna be alright?
電話でなら多分。
Understood. I'm gonna give you the phone to your mother now. Makina seems willing to talk.
あらそう。
I'm just as surprised as you are. Irisu Kyoka gingerly accepts the cell phone from my outstretched hand, then brings it to her ear.
もしもし、マキナね。私です。ん？だから私ですって。何？よく聞こえません。もっと大きな声で。はい。
What's happening right now?
ですから、イリス・キヨカ、あなたのお母さんです。母親を詐欺と間違える子がありますか？まったく。
Alright, Makina. Probably not wanting me to overhear the phone call, Irisu Kyoka stands from her seat with my cell phone, then walks off briskly to the far window. What sort of conversation can you possibly have with your mother, whom you haven't even seen for 6 years? More importantly, was allowing them to talk directly really a wise decision on my part? I don't know. There wasn't a decision to make. We just did it. But just as my impatience begins to develop into something like regret, Irisu Kyoka returns with my cell phone, having concluded her discussion much more quickly than I expected.
どうもありがとう。こちらお返しいたしますわ。
Perhaps something of a clean freak, she holds out my cell phone pinched delicately between the tips of her fingers, as if handling something deeply unsanitary. Well, fucking thanks. Taking it carefully, I try to study her expression, but the face of Makina's mother, a woman who's lived her life moving in the shadows of the Irisu Zaibatsu, reveals absolutely nothing.
結論は出ましたから、もうお引き取りいただいて結構ですよ。ご苦労様でした。
Well, what'd you talk about? I mean, I know what you talked about, but what kind of conclusion are you talking about here?
当人同士の話し合いで出た結論です。あなたにそこまで説明する必要はありません。
you're either gonna tell me right now, or I'm gonna ask Makina and she's gonna tell me. I'm afraid I can't be satisfied with that.
まだお分かりになっていただけないのかしら。あなたはマキナの代理人としてやってきておきながら、結局は当人に対話を委ねたのですよ。
Okay, now you're just splitting hairs here.
つまり、すでに代理人としての権利を放棄したのです。ご理解いただけますか？
God damn it.
そもそも代理人とはおっしゃいますが、それはマキナが勝手に起こした人間です。私が認めないと言えば、あなたには何の権利もないのですよ。
Damn. She's fucking good. Certainly true.
よろしい。小野が微力をしっかりわきまえたのなら、1階でこんにゃくゼリーをもらって学園にお帰りなさいな。
Okay, woman. Not only am I supposed to go home without accomplishing anything whatsoever, you expect me to carry back a box of souvenirs like a complete idiot?
あらあら、その程度の認識を持ち合わせていらっしゃるのね。帰り道の途中で気づいて、もらったゼリーを投げ捨てるぐらいの若さを体験してほしかったのに。
I hate all of them. I see. Quite the arrogant personality. This woman seems to have divided human beings into two clearly defined categories. She looks down on those who can't profit her in some way as garbage. Words won't get you anywhere with this type. After heaving a single quiet sigh, I rise from the sofa. Well, you can tell just how she thought of us when she brought her fucking our cell phone back and she was doing that thing. You're just like, ooh, carrying like something super mega nasty. Get out of town! Thank you for your time. I will return at a later date. With this announcement and a brief bow, I leave Irisu Kyoka's office behind. Fuck that, dude. Sky, what am I gonna do? Downstairs, I politely refuse an offer of a car to the station and naturally turn down the jelly souvenir as well. In the end, I leave with nothing but a painful reminder. Despite my somewhat unusual set of skills and experiences, I'm still nothing but a powerless student. God damn, man. She's smart, though. On the walk back to the station, my legs feel far heavier than usual. The thought, why'd I even come here, weighs me down like a backpack full of lead. The woman said a conclusion had been reached, but it's not clear what results that strangely brief conversation will ultimately produce. Is it really alright to just let things take their course like this? Fighting off anxiety, the scent of something vaguely fishy tickling the back of my nostrils, I make my way back to the dorm where Makina waits. Makina, you gonna tell me what's going on? What you guys talked about?
パパ、おかえり。今日の晩ご飯はカレーの煮付けなのよ。
Ah, that's where the fish smell was coming from. I see. Makina greets me the moment I'm in the door, even more cheerfully than usual. And when I try to ask her about her negotiations with her mother, she just answers, "It's okay now," without shedding any light whatsoever on what's okay or how. Since she clearly isn't eager to recount the conversation, I can't bring myself to pursue the line of questioning too vigorously. In any case, Makina's expression is so genuinely bright that I can't help feeling slightly relieved, assuming that the discussion must have ended on a fairly promising note. Otherwise, she probably would have said something. Putting a hand on Makina's head as she smiles innocently, I ruffle her hair around violently like always. A striking scent floats up and fills my nose. This mixture of fruity shampoo and oddly sweet-smelling sweat, is Makina's distinctive scent, unlike the other women's. It leaves a youthful, almost childish impression. It's a deeply pleasant moment, almost like I've slipped my chilled body into a nice hot bath. But soon enough, a murmuring electronic rumble brings it to an end. Oh, my phone. Oh, shit. I take out my private cell phone to find the name Suo Amane displayed on the caller ID screen. Why'd you bother to call?
あ、あまねえなら今、お豆腐を買いに駅前のスーパーまで行ってるのよさ。
Oh, well, okay. Let's... I wonder if she forgot her wallet or something. This is Kazami Yuji.
ユージ、大変なのよ。
You know, I should have figured this. Went shopping without your purse or something?
そうじゃないのよ。燃えてるの。大変すっごい燃えてる。うわ、今バーンって言った。バーンって。
Okay, so you need to get the fuck out of there wherever the fuck you are. Calm down. What's burning?
パン屋さんよ。パン屋さんが燃えてるの。
They set the bakery on fire? What about the bakery? What are they burning?
だから火事よ火事。マキナのバイト先のパン屋さんが火事で燃えてるの。どうしよう。何？どうしたの？なんかあったの？
It's the bakery at the station. She says it's on fire. Yeah, I know. Damn. Makina, wait! Oh my god.
ちょっとユージ、聞いてるの？
That is not what I want Makina to do right now. Amane, are you in a safe place right now?
あ、うん。
Okay, good. Then stay where you are until the fire department gets there, okay? Keep your distance and don't try anything stupid.
わかった。
I swear to God. Makina went running out, so I'm gonna follow her. She's almost certainly headed over there.
マキナが大丈夫なの？
I really don't think so at this point. I'll take care of it. Hang it up now. A fire at the bakery. Bullets through the window just the other day, and now it's burning. There isn't a damn chance that's a coincidence. As I rush out the door in pursuit of Makina, my mind is already fixed on the worst possible hypothesis. This has to be arson. Duh! The night sky is dyed with pale orange light, the air filled with the foul stink of a large-scale fire. The station streets are already crowded with onlookers, surrounding the bakery where the blaze began from a cautious distance. Oh. Makina! She must have reflexively tried to run into the bakery, only to be restrained by a nearby bystander. No, Makina! One arm in the grip of a neighborhood housewife, Makina stands in the street, not screaming, not shouting, just staring at the burning building in blank shock. Her breath caught in her throat, still as a statue. Makina, are you alright? The powerful agitation that drove her from the dorm, losing its external outlet, seems to have flowed down her back and turned her legs into jelly. Makina's knees tremble so violently it seems she might collapse at any moment.
パパ、燃えてるよ。パン屋さんが燃えてる。
Makina. As she mumbles the words in tones of blank disbelief, I feel a heavy lump of uneasiness setting in the pit of my belly like a stone. My stomach squeezes in on itself painfully. Bathed in the transfixing orange light, people are desperately moving back and forth in front of the burning building, casting vivid shadows across the ground as they relay water toward the flames. Among them are many familiar faces, mostly men from the shopping district, and Amine, her long hair thoroughly disheveled, swinging buckets down in a line. Old Amine! Noticing me as I step forward to join the relay, Amine's eyes find Makina at my side. She rushes over instantly.
ユージ、マキナ！
What the hell happened?
わかんない。なんか聞いた話だと放火だって。
Well, I figured that much, but arson. I fight down the urge to curse in frustration. It's one damn thing after another with these people. In any case, we need to fight the fire. Is anyone left inside? That was my fucking first thing that I thought about. I was like, I hope no one's left inside.
大丈夫。ご主人も奥さんも無事に逃げ出したから。
Okay, because you can repair, you can fix a building, not really fire, because you gotta tear everything down and start from scratch. But you can't replace a life like that, so. Hamne points to Makina's employer, sitting flat on the ground with pure incomprehension on his face. His wife crouches behind him, her face buried in the small of his back, sobbing frantically. Amine, you look after Makina. Turning my back on Amine's dazed, soot-stained face, I run to join the relay line. Until the fire department arrives, we have to focus on keeping the flames from spreading.
マキナ、大丈夫？ちょっとマキナ。
Oh, she is not going to respond very well.
まあね。
Oh. I've seen many people weeping under many different circumstances, but this is the first time it's felt this painful to watch. After all this time, she'd finally worked up the courage to try and leave the curse of the Irisu family behind. Of her own free will, she took a small but deeply meaningful step forward. A simple part-time position at a neighborhood bakery. As she learned the job through steady effort, Makina told me about her dream of opening a store of her own someday. True, that might have been little more than the simplistic fantasy of a child. But even knowing that it might never be realized, she had a goal. She had a vision of her own bakery, of buying a home where we could live together. This job was her first small, precious step toward that objective. And now it's just gone like that, smashed to pieces by irrational violence. The shop's windows lie shattered by the heat of the fire. As tendrils of flame lick persistently at the walls, the handmade signboard slowly burns down. It's the same sign that was hit in the drive-by shooting the other day. The handsome piece of wood has already begun to carbonize, but I can still make out the bullet hole. A tongue of flame spouts through it, silently chiding, "We warned you, didn't we?" The arsonists must have been members of the Irisu's branch family. Even if their superiors admonish them to leave Makina alone, it's clearly not an order they're willing to accept. A faction within the branch house covered up the girl's existence for years, hoping to deceive the main family. And when the facts came to light, they reaped what they sowed. A preemptive attack nearly killed their candidate for head of the Irisu Kaibatsu. I can sympathize with the rage it must have caused the branch family when their figurehead was wounded, but Makina's hardly the person they should be taking it out on, let alone her employer. This is just a childish spasm of violence. As I stare up at the burning store, I feel a strange heat spreading across my face. It has less to do with the temperature of the air than the emotions boiling up within me. Eventually, the local fire department arrives at the scene, and in the blink of an eye, the flames are extinguished. Fortunately, the only damage is to property. The bakery on the first floor had been destroyed, but there are no injuries. But as the owner sinks to his knees and moans in agonized disbelief, I can't find any words of comfort. Oh. But she, okay, so her mom, like, again, she could order them not to, but they're not gonna listen, you know. So I don't know. It's.
Makina.
As I carry Makina to the door, Mamane tries their best to comfort the girl, but she just buries her face in my back and doesn't respond. Ever since she was a child, she's had to deal with those deranged by power and money, or aiming for her life. The girl might even be somewhat used to it by now. You should never be used to that. Even so, the guilt of having dragged completely unrelated people into this seems about ready to crush her flat. At such times, the kinder the people around you act, the more you'll close yourself off to them. More than anything else, out of the fear that you'll end up bringing them misfortune too. And Makina doesn't grow any more talkative after our return.
お母さんと電話で話してくる。
With that one sentence, she disappears by herself.
結局何があったわけ？なんであの子はあんなに落ち込んでんのよ。
Michiru, it's no time for your fucking existence right now.
だからあの子のバイト先のパン屋さんが火事になっちゃったんだってさっき説明したでしょ。でも誰も怪我しなかったんでしょ。みんな無事だったんでしょ。だったらそれを喜べばいいじゃない。
I feel like Makina right now is gonna be like, okay, I'll just let me I'm gonna come back to the family, okay? Like, just don't let all these people have to deal with this, okay?
なんであんなこの世の終わりみたいな顔してんのよ。別にあの子のせいで店が火事になったわけじゃないでしょうに。
And that's just the thing, Michiru. It kind of is.
それはそうなんだけど。
I haven't explained any of the details to Amine, but judging from the way her sentence trails off awkwardly, she seems to have her suspicions.
イリスさんに責任はないけれど、無関係とは言い切れないし、苦しいところね。
何よユミコ、あんたは何か知ってるのね。
Yup.
知っているだけよ。知っていても何もしてあげられないこのもどかしさ。何も知らないあなたが羨ましいぐらいだわ。
どういう意味よそれ。
Listen, Michiru, you're just don't fight, okay? If you absolutely have to know, I'll tell you. But even if you end up regretting you asked, it'll be pretty damn hard to forget. You sure you want to know?
何よそれ。聞くと呪われる都市伝説的な話。
Oh my god. I can't handle her silliness right now. Unfortunately, this is not non-fiction.
それは聞いてしまえばマキちゃんを見る目が変わってしまうようなそんな類のお話なのでしょうか。
Pretty much, yes.
だったら私は聞きたくありません。私は今のマキちゃんが大好きですから。
I'm sure we all do. And everyone in the comment section. You're a good girl, Sachi. Here, you get some pets.
何よ。それじゃあまるで私が悪い子みたいじゃないのよ。私だって別にマキナの秘密を知ってどうこうしようってわけじゃないのよ。
You understand me? Baka?
ただこのままじゃ私あの子にどんな態度で接すればいいのかちょっとわかんないっていうか。
Just act around her like you normally would. I mean, she's sad and depressed and really not right now, but, you know.
つまりどうすりゃいいのよ。はっきり言ってくんないとわかんないのよ。私バカだから。
She admits it. Don't worry about it too much. Just interact with her same as always. If you clumsily try to comfort her or something, Makina would probably just get even more depressed. Nobody wants to be pitied by an idiot.
バカって言うなバカって。
You literally just called yourself an idiot. You said it yourself, woman.
ねえユージ、
What?
私もさ、あんまり腹芸が得意な方じゃないし、考えてることが顔や言葉に出るタイプだから知らない方がいいとは思うんだけど。
Good. We're gonna keep mommy out of all this, as we have tended to do.
それでも一つだけ確認しておきたいことがあるんだけど、聞いてもいい？
Go ahead.
もしかしてあの子実家に帰っちゃうの？
I think that is highly possible. That's hard to say. Sorry. Only Makina knows. What makes you think so in the first place?
去年の夏休みだったかな。私があの子に実家には帰らないのって聞いたら、あの子こう答えたのよ。
私は実家には帰れない女なのよ。
ん？なんで？
Complications.
帰ったら多分もう二度とここには戻ってこれないと思うの。
Her family is the type of family you can't just, I'm home. You can't.
なんでさ。
Or make visits or do anything really.
うまく説明できないのよさ。そりゃね、実家に帰るのが一番だってのは分かっているのよ。でも実家に帰ったらきっとこの学園のみんなとはもう二度と会えなくなるのよ。あまねえもゆみちゃんもチルチルもチズチズだってみんなもう会えなくなっちゃう。それだけは絶対嫌なのよさ。
そっか、なんかよくわかんないけど、そんじゃ帰らなきゃいいんじゃない？
Then, don't go home.
でもいつかは帰らなきゃいけない日が来ると思う。だけどその日が来るまでは自分からは帰りたくない。
お、帰るな帰るな。そんじゃさ、今年は私の実家に帰ろうか。一緒に京都に行こう。
Yeah! Now I'm back to sad.
なんか今日のマキナを見てるとあの日のマキナを思い出すのよね。あの子がああいう顔をする時って決まって実家の話の時だから気になっちゃって。
I see.
あまねさん、榊さん、みちる様、それに学園長さんまで名前が挙がっているというのにサッチンの名前が挙がらないのはなぜなのでしょうか。
I was gonna bring that up, but I was like, she's... You know what, I really don't have a reason. I don't know why.
いや、去年の夏休みはあんたまだこの学園にいなかったでしょうが。
Was she not?
そうでした。幸うっかりです。
I don't remember that. Eh.
あんたさ、なんか時々すごいバカよね。
Says the one who's the airhead all the time.
やめてください。みちる様に言われると本気で落ち込みます。どういう意味かな。
Means it's fucking depressing.
とにかく今私たちが彼女にしてあげられることは限られているわ。
私たちに何かできることってあるの？
そうね。いつも通りでいてあげることぐらいかしら。
We can continue doing what we have been. Yeah, I think she'd appreciate that more than anything else right now.
私たちにはそれぐらいしかできないけれど、風見くん、あなたにはあなたにしかできないことがあるのではなくて。
Something only I can do, huh?
スオさん、イリスさんは今どこに？
なんか一人になりたいって言って部屋を出て行っちゃったけど、多分自分の部屋に行ったんじゃないかな。
She never goes in her actual room.
そう。だそうよ、風見くん。
Thanks. Are you telling me to comfort her?
得意でしょ？
Not sure where you got an idea like that. But, you know, I guess I could put my foot forward and see if I can help her out in some way through this depressing time.